Okay, next up, dark states. Like I mentioned, in here we have the important cards. First, Vanguard. Um, Math doesn't does what every first Vanguard does. Our grade one, Steve. And I think I should just start by explaining what the grade one and two does, and then get the Bruce. So, what the grade one does is that when placed on Van, you can choose a card from your soul and call it to an open rearguard circle. Not open rearguard circle, sorry. Any rearguard circle. You can overcall something. But that's probably not gonna happen at all because most since this is riding to grade one, your field's probably gonna be empty. And then Soul Charge one. Its other skill is just when it's in final rush state, it gets 5k. But of course, that's only gonna happen on your Bruce, on your second Bruce turn. So what will happen is, and again, like I mentioned in the previous video, Dark States doesn't require you to ride over a specific card. So that's like a slight difference that you should keep in mind, especially for premium. This is just when placed on Van. Placed on Van, you only have Math in your soul, so you call it, and you need to call in the same column as this unit, by the way. So Matt will be behind Steve, and then Soul Charge 1. Okay, grade 1. Soul Charge it, and there. Next, your grade 2 turn, which is Richard. When this unit's placed on Van, take put a rear guard into your soul and then draw a card. And then its other skill is when it's in final rush state, it gets 5k, which is of course a rear guard only skill again, alongside with Steve, the final rush thing that is. Okay, ride it. It's placed on Van, so now what you can do actually is get rid of Matt if you don't need him, or maybe if you have another grade 1 or something in your. It's not a grade 1. Um, if you have like another unit on the field, you can also put that on in soul if you want to use your map, and then you get to draw one. Pretty good skill. And finally, your grade 3 turn with Diablo's Violence Bruce. So during your ride phase, at the start of your ride phase, you will be in final rush state. So this is really important because during your first grade 3 turn on your ride phase, you'll be on a grade 2 and not on Bruce. Meaning that this final rush skill will not activate. So like I mentioned before, you will only be in final rush on your next turn when Bruce is in here. When Bruce was on the Vanguard circle. Even if you ride over Bruce for some reason, like if you persona ride for example or something like that, then Bruce will because of the previous Bruce that was on the field on Van, it's continuous. So sorry, it's not continuous, it's auto, but it declares that you'll be in a certain state. So because of that, even when he's ridden upon, this skill will still take place. You will still be in final rush. Don't worry about persona riding or anything. You will not lose your final rush state because of that. Because Bruce was on Van first, and it's during your ride phase, so that means that you haven't gotten rid of it. You haven't gotten rid of the Bruce yet. That's why the skill activates. Keep that in mind. And his other skill, of course, is really powerful if your Vanguard is in final rush state attacks. When this unit attacks, Soul Blast 5, and you can stand all of your front or rear guards. That's why actually pretty good as well. You can have your rears here. Attack. You can sorry about that. Okay. So suppose you're in final rush now. You can swing with your rear along with Richard's skill. He's 15 because you're in final rush with his own power. And this grade 3 rear guard, which his skill works differently when you're in final rush. So I don't think I really need to explain that. You're not always going to get him, but it's pretty good. I'll explain it anyways. When this unit's placed on rear, if you're in final rush, you can soul charge one. Oh, sorry. When this unit's placed on rear, soul charge one, and then if you're in final rush, counter blast one, and this unit gets 15k, so pretty good. You swing with this, you attack with Bruce, soul blast 5. Well, that was just one, but you get the idea. Soul blast 5 and restand. So and again, now you can also boost with your back row units, and this will be 13 because Steve's skill gives 5k, and now they hit for even higher numbers, right? Because they're boosted now, and all that. So that's the combo. That's how you play Diablo's Violent Bruce. At least that's how you play it in the start deck. Get the Bruce, survive your first grade 3 turn, and then when you're finally in final rush, do a massive attack. Get your rear guards out. You really want strong rear guards like Richard or this grade 3, for example, or something. And you also, it would be really good to have boosters as well. This is a pretty good one as well because you're going to be soul blasting 5. This unit says that when it's attacked, when acrobat presenter, when this unit attacks or boosts, soul charge 1. If you're in final rush, soul charge 1. So you get the soul charge 2 after using Bruce's skill, for example. And so again, that's pretty good. And I should also explain about the order card actually, because the order card is really good. So just like every order card, you can only play it once per turn. Normal order. You don't have to pay any cost to play this. Simply just say you're gonna play it, you play it, and then soul charge 2. That's what it does. You play it, and now you get to soul charge 2 cards. Great. And now suppose that and now suppose you use that soul to attack, you can boost with acrobat presenter. Since you're in final rush, you get to soul charge 2 more cards, and you get them back. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Stack soul, get the, you want to stack soul, and then you want to get to Bruce and final rush, and then you want to fill up your board with rears, with strong rears, and swing with your rears first, of course. Swing with your rears first, swing with Bruce, soul blast 5, and restand. And that's pretty much it. It's honestly really powerful, but again, you do have to wait another turn. So if you go second, that's kind of rough. If you do go second though, at the very least you get to draw an extra card with the first Vanguard skill. Okay, next we'll be moving on to the next start deck. And just a tip, by the way, you do want to have rear guards on your final rush turn, because if you don't, it's essentially kind of his second skill is kind of useless. It's not really a final rush if only Bruce is attacking, right? So just keep that in mind. You want to save your rears for that. Okay, moving on.